popping up. But the time I have now, I'm not supposed to be taking question. Now, let me check if I can just pick one or two, if I'm still within time. Someone is giving me, okay, I think I have time. Because the firm that I mentioned supposed to roll at about 125. So we might be starting it earlier than that. But let me just start treating questions. Let me first of all acknowledge some names that I'm seeing here. I thought that they will not be here so early, but they are here. So I can just start mentioning name. Let me go to my gallery and pick some of the names that I've been seeing here. And we'll continue from there before I show my face. Well, I have German Anikulapo here. Who knows him? Is he in the house? What's he doing here? But that is me anyway. We have Anikoka. You're welcome. We have Tony Akiosho. You're welcome. That's what I'm picking from the gallery. We have other names there that I've not seen yet. So where did they disappear to? I have 338 people already in the house. So where can I get them? I'm trying to see, just call up one or two names and not necessarily everybody. Attendees, wow, this is a long one. And some of them have been with us for such a long time. If you want me to roll it, I can't read 300 names. I will need a whole carton of water to be able to do that. But those of you who have been putting in questions, please continue to put in your question because we're going to get to your questions. Someone said, has anyone been shortlisted? This is an anonymous attendee. Yes, people have been shortlisted. That's why we're giving the final prize today. The prize to the winner. We have zonal winners. We have global winners. So people have been shortlisted. So you must just make sure that you are with us from 3 o'clock. If you don't join us by 3 o'clock, you may miss it. When are winners going to be announced? I've been talking about this since. I said the announcement will be at 4 p.m. We start at 4 p.m. But be in the house from 3 p.m., please, so that we can identify you. You can get settled with your popcorn and your drink. You just sit down there. Make sure you grab the front row. Okay, thank you. When are all the winners be? Yeah, they will all be announced at 4 p.m. I'm repeating myself. Was there any email sent to shortlisted contestants? Definitely. That's why they're going to join us. Another one is Wole Soyinka going to be here today? Very, very so. As I mentioned, his birthday is on the 13th. For all the years I have known him, and I can claim, I can drop his name that I know him very well because I work with him, he is always with us on the 14th. You may not see him on the 13th because he doesn't come out, he doesn't talk to anybody. That is his day of reflection. But on the 14th, in his house in Ijegba residency in Abeokuta, he will have hosted the final 86, the finalists, the 86 finalists, he will have hosted them. But because we can't meet, that's what the pandemic is saying, that you people cannot meet again. We can't even have a hug, we can't have a handshake, we can't be in the same place for more than 20 people. So he's going to be interacting or interfacing with the 86 finalists today. So he will be with us. In what form? I don't want to disclose yet until I get the final answer from him. Have they announced the winner? No, we will announce the winner at 4:10 p.m. 10 minutes past 4. That's when we'll start announcing. But you have to be with us from 3 o'clock. If you are the participant or if you are a guest, please be with us from 3 o'clock because we'd like you to see all the other things. In fact, you are with us now. Please just stay on board. If you can't, if the Zoom is too expensive for you, please go to YouTube or join us at Facebook. Just put Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange. That will give you to our website, and then you can join us from our YouTube there or our Facebook. When is the result coming up and when? Now I feel like screaming. 4 p.m. But be on your seat from 3 o'clock. Because the same question that everybody is asking, is this audio only? Are you an engineer? I have no answer for you, but audio and picture. Maybe you are saying that because you can't see my face. No, I deliberately want to stay outside. I'm not distracting you. But I'll join you from 2 o'clock. That's when my face will show here. But then we're going live on audio and it's audio visual. Sorry. Now you make me to speak English now. Okay, but it's okay. You are forgiven. Please, when is the time for the announcement? And am I allowed to leave and join in? Of course, you can go do something if you are not interested in another program. But we encourage you to be back here by latest. Let me have a 3 o'clock, latest 2 o'clock. So you can step out, go drink water, stretch your leg, but don't go too far. Okay. So how do we watch it on YouTube? Go to our website, www.Soyinka International Cultural Exchange.com. Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange.com. I said .com. I didn't say don't come. .com. Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange.com. Is that clear? So if you go there, you see YouTube. You can search. Just put Wole Soyinka. Okay, now I'll get the full address of the YouTube and then the Facebook, and then we put it there. So thank you very much. These shortlisted already know themselves. Yes, they know themselves, and some of them I've seen some of the names in the house. So I've seen some of them there, and how do you know you have been shortlisted? Oh, no. Anyway, I've explained, so I'm sure you get it from there. Were they informed about? How do you imagine that we say someone has been shortlisted and is not told? They've been informed. Okay, so this same question, you are repeating the same question and the same person. How do you know if you're? No, I will not answer it again. Okay, I'll answer it. How do you know if you have been shortlisted? Please email or respondences have been sent to those who have been shortlisted. Okay. How do you get? Okay, the same question. Okay, I think I'll just have to skip because I'm being asked the same question that I'm explaining. One more question. Yes, Mr. Onitunde. Did the people who were shortlisted get an okay? Yes, they were. We will be able to see Wole Soyinka. Yes, you will. I hope that answers the question. What was the exact message sent to the winners? Well, I am in the control here, but I'll get the answer and let you know. Yeah. So if you want to know that. Oh, just hold on. Just give me 1 second. Let me get my facts. And since everybody Well, I'm back. I've been able to get the right answer from the producer of this show, and in fact, Carol, and she told me that email has been sent to all those who are shortlisted. Email has been sent the same way you registered. The answers came to you automatically. So they use the same email. Unless if you use someone else's email, then you are not going to get the answer. The email with which you register is where the information, the alert, has been sent. So go and check the email with which you sent. If you don't see it on your inbox, please go to your spam box. You will see it there. So I'm addressing all the people who put in for the essay, the over 2,000 people who put in for the essay. Go and check your email. If you don't get it in your email because we don't have your number, we'll have sent other things to you. If we don't have your number to send it to you, go and check your email. Check your email. If you don't see it in your inbox, check your spam box. You're likely to see it there. I think I've cleared that question. So if I don't answer any of those one again, so pardon me because I'm saying the same thing over and over again. What type of email did I don't understand what you're saying, Mr. Kaka. You responded to us through an email, and the answer, the shortlisting information has come to you through the same email. Okay, shortlisted for winner category will be announced at 4. Yes, I've been mentioning it that we announced at 4:10 p.m. But that's not the question these people are asking me. They're asking, have they been notified? You have been notified. As I said when I was rolling out the program, the prize giving ceremony start at 4 o'clock, but be in the house from 2 o'clock or from 3. You are here now. Someone asked whether you can go and drink ice water before then or stretch your leg. Yes, you can go, but be back at 2 o'clock if you were shortlisted. In case, you know why I'm saying that? In case there's another information that we need to pass to you, so I can get it to you. At least you have clear 2 hours to be able to adjust. So be back by 2 if you go to stretch your leg, and by uh, 2 p.m. By 2 p.m. be back, and by 4 p.m. we'll be able to uh, to bring further information to you. You said, please, I want to ask if it is job participants that are here. No, the invitation was sent generally. Okay. Otherwise, go to our website. If you don't have information about today, go to our website. You get a direction on how you can join us today. Okay. The only thing that has changed in the past 2 days is that today we deliberately want to host from the International Center, which is in San Diego. Otherwise, it is the same process. Go on the website now and register there. Okay. If you have not registered before, but you are here. So the fact that you are here, Uche, I'm talking to you. The fact that you are here means that you are inside already. So I don't understand the question properly. Maybe you want to explain the question very well. Since you are in here, it means that you are here. If you are shortlisted, it means that you are qualified to be here. Once you want to look, we have over 300 people in the house already, and we're going to have more. So you are here, you are here, you are here, you are here. Buchere Kaka, okay, understood. I was just a bit confused. No. You will not be confused. Don't worry. You will not be confused. Okay. Let me assure you that you are going to get further information. I've been told that some people in the Anglophone say that they've not been announced, they've not been informed about the shortlisting. The information is ongoing now. Information will be passed on to you, and but I insist that information has been passed on to you, anonymous attendee. You have been informed. Please go and check your email. You know what we discovered was that some of you, and we expect that you are young people, some of you use other people's email to enter, which gave a lot of problem at the point of collation. So if you remember the email with which you entered, go and check that email. If you use your brother's email or your sister's email or your uncle, your parents, please go back to them and ask them to check their email, their inbox. If you don't find it there, check your spam. I hope that answers the thing, especially those from the Anglophone. Because the question that is coming from only the Anglophone. I don't see our French participants raising the same question. I don't see our Xenophone from China, from Asia, and Taiwan, Japan, and co. They are not asking that same question. That means they got their own. So I insist that you please go and check the email with which you registered that you joined us. I hope I'm clear about that. Please, if you use someone else's email to register when you were submitting your essay, go and check that particular email. If you can find it in your inbox, please go to your spam box. It is there. If I can't even say more than that, because that is supposed to be the process. You know the email with which you enter, so you just go there. And okay, let me take a few more, because I'm almost at the end of the question. Are the participants different from those shortlisted? The participant is everybody, over 2,000. The shortlisted are just 86. Is that clear? The participants, they are over, I don't know the full figure in my head, but over 2,000 entries came in. Okay? But the shortlisted are 86. But to attend today's event, both the participant and the shortlisted, everybody has been invited through the same means by which you registered, through the email with which you registered. The information code on how to join the party has been sent in there. So if you are not able to get on the Zoom, join us by Facebook, join us by YouTube. I think that can help us to solve the problem. So if you didn't get the invitation, maybe the uncle with whom whose address you used to send in the entry is not near you, Go to YouTube, we are there. Go to Facebook, we are there. Didn't mean that because when you are there, then you are part of the event. But if you have the Zoom code and co, just join us directly live and you'll be with us. Ibrahim Timile, there are several general emails. Which mail means we got shortlisted? Does a special invite means you are shortlisted? No, the code you got is the one that makes you to be the shortlisted. The mail you get is the one that makes you be the shortlisted. So please just follow that, okay? The mail you got is the shortlisted is also for the participant. You understand what I'm saying? Please. This one is still Ibrahim Kamisu Madaki. Say, I'm confused. Those shortlisted, how can they understand? Understand what, please? Do you want to come in again? What do you want them to understand? Because I've been repeating the same thing in the past 30 minutes. Okay. I'll get back to you now. Does it mean I was shortlisted? Please, whether you were shortlisted or not, you have been invited as a participant. Can we resolve it that way? You've been invited as a participant, so just join as a participant from the mail that was sent to you. If you don't get it, please go to our website, Soyinka International Cultural Exchange, and then you'll get it. The Anglophone people who have been shortlisted, you will know by, we will do it this way now. By 4:10, you make sure that you are in. Okay, you'll be notified by 4:10. So keep your phone in view. I hope that clears the confusion. Keep your phone in view if you have been shortlisted or not. Okay, and I don't know why you don't like the surprise element. That you are surprised at that moment and the popcorn refused to go into your mouth or your drink split on your day. Oh, I've been shortlisted. Because I used to get that anytime I won an award. Because I wasn't expecting it. Just, oh, you have just won an award and then the food, everything will just split on my body. Maybe you want to have that shock effect. But by 4:10, the shortlisted, you'll be told officially. But you have been invited. It says go and check your email. Okay. I've received some email, but none on shortlist. Okay, you will get it. I'll assure you now, you will get it. Okay, but just keep your phone in view from 4 to 4:10. Keep your phone, keep your email in view. You will get it. Okay. Anonymous attendee. Please, what's the content of the shortlisting email? I only got invite. Okay, you get a mail by 4:10 latest. Okay, I got a mail yesterday. Does that mean the shortlisted mail or that's the general invite? So use that. That's anonymous attendee. I hope it's not the same person asking me almost 50 questions because you're asking the same question over and over again. By 4:10 latest, you will get the final shortlisting. Okay, but the general mail you got yesterday to even bring you into the program. Does that answer it? Should I repeat myself? The email you got yesterday or probably got today is to even bring you in as a participant. So when it's now 4:10, you now get the shortlist. Is that okay? Which is something that we're sending back to you by 4:10. Anonymous attendee. If I see anonymous attendee again, I may not answer. In fact, you need to put your name because you are anonymous, and I'm suspecting that you are the same person sending over 50 messages. I have to do some other things to get prepared for the day. Purple Plum. If I didn't receive the email, does it mean I wasn't shortlisted? Please be a participant and just join. If you don't get the shortlisting mail, it means that you are not shortlisted. But as a participant, you are inside. Already, you have been invited already. So join the participant and you still get the shortlist. It's the same code. It's just that you mentioned that, oh, you have been shortlisted. Okay? Funsho Gabriel, is there any notification for the, I won't say it again. Are you Mr. Teju Karim? No, I'm a final, I'm handsome. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying my EP is not handsome, but I think you understand what I mean. I hope he's not listening now so that he doesn't say, okay, you won't get your palliative. But Teju Karim is the executive producer. My name is Jaman Anikulapo. I'm the project consultant and head of communication. That's my role here. That's why I'm talking here. Is that clear? Opatola Nathaniel. Those shortlisted, will they be same partner? Yes. Opatola, they will be sent personal mail. Oreoluwa Balogun, and no email in the spam, doesn't mean they're shortlisted, can they? But the participant mail was sent to everybody. Please check again, okay? And then you get the shortlisted mail later. Anonymous attendee, how do you know you were shortlisted and not be, okay, okay, I'll take it upon myself to be the one to announce to you if you have been shortlisted or not. I'll announce it live. So number one, join as a participant, and then I will now come back again and announce to you that you have been shortlisted. I, Mr. German Anikulapo, honorably declare that please don't, I, German Anikulapo, will announce your name that you have been shortlisted. So for now, get your popcorn, get your drink, and stay with your means of communication so that you can receive it at 4:10, so you can then be in the house. I hope the same anonymous attendee. No wonder you are not showing your face and your name, but you're welcome. I'm just kidding. Saliu Bashira. Oh, thank you for Saliu Bashira. Thank you very much for your contribution yesterday. You were so spot on. Was it yesterday when we screened Tunde Kelani's film? Thank you. Your question was it's one of the very inspiring questions. I love that. Thank you very much. We're so impressed. If you take anything away from this particular project, it is the fact that young people have been part of the entire process. We thought that you only be interested in the essay, but you showed up at the film screening at night, and I was wondering that the parents, how did they allow them? But I was then told that many of you are actually teenagers, and so you can hold your own. So thank you very much, Bashir, and thank you to all the young people who have been with us all day and asking the same question. I can't remember all the name, but Shine Berem, I think that's her name. Shine Merem. Wow. I mean, you, like Tunde Kelani said on that day, you are the hope that we have that the future is not wasted. You know, Professor Wole Soyinka declared his own generation as the wasted generation. We thought in our own generation, we're in our 50s, that okay, they are the wasted, we are not wasted. But we discovered with the situation of things around our political landscape, I'm not saying Nigeria alone, all over the world, because they have the same problem in America, they have it in other places in Europe, that we are not necessarily wasted, but maybe we are being wasted without getting a clear picture of what we can do. But I can tell you that your generation will not be wasted. Your generation will rescue us. You know why? Because even the way the world operates has changed, even before the pandemic. Now there's technology. The young people now have voices. You have voices to now challenge things. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. If you have anything to say, you put it out there. It is better to be wrong than not to say anything. So when you say, oh, I don't think I like what you have done, or I think that we should do it that way, we as parents, as guardian, we then say, okay, we will address it. Those era of parents saying, oh, the elders want to talk, children stay outside, it won't happen. Let me go personal. It happened in my son's school where somebody was calling him a name I did not give him. And the boy said, sorry, I'm not going to answer you. And the teacher came back and said, oh, you are very rude. You don't answer me. So I was called from my work in panic that your son had done something about to expel him and co. So I said, give the phone to him. I spoke to him. I know the son I raised. I said, what is the problem, Mr. Okay, don't let me mention his name online. Go me be online. I said, what is the problem? And he said, well, the teacher kept on calling me a name, and I've been correcting him that is not my name. Correcting her that that's not my name. And she kept on calling me the name, so I refused to answer. Now the search was, so I dragged him to the, not drag as in pulling him by the hair, that our parent did to also. No parent should do that you are pulling your child by the hair. That's child abuse. So I took him by the hand, I took him to the school. Fortunately, I had a friend with me, Rockway Wenla, who is an activist, a right activist. And when we got to the principal's office, the headmistress actually, and they said, yes, yeah, this boy was very rude. So I said, my son, repeat what you told me about. Open mouthed. He said, well, I told this teacher right from day one that is not my name. I have a full name. Don't shorten my name. Give me my full name so that I can own my identity. But she insisted on calling me that. And I know that she's doing it deliberately. So I refused to answer her. And then she got angry and she started beating me. You know, I was going to explain, gentleman, I'm very gentle. When you see me, you know that I'm gentle. I wanted to explain to the teacher that, you see what I'm saying? My friend, Rockway Wheeler, said, no way. That please do not ever lay your hand on this child. If you don't understand him, just say that you don't understand him. But to start to beat him for insisting on his right. And again, the boy wanted to challenge, because the teacher then kept on giving story. The teacher wanted to do, and the boy said, the boy was being coward. And my friend said, no way, let him talk. Let him say the wrong thing, and then you correct him. Please, parents who are with us, that is the attitude that I think we should. Even me, I learned a lesson on that day. Let the young one, let them talk. The talk will not kill you. It may injure your ego. It may destroy your self-confidence, or you may be wondering, oh, how am I bringing up a child? But if you don't allow your children to have a voice, how do you expect them to hold their own? Because they're not going to be with you 24 hours. And how do you expect them to change, to help change the society? If you don't encourage them to speak up, our children must speak up. Professor Wole Soyinka, when he came back at the age of 70, you know, he was outside for a long time. And we said, what are you coming back? He said, I came back to work with young people. And he started a project with Lagos State government later. After that, it said Lagos Black Heritage Festival. The first item, the very first item he put in the program is do your own thing. I didn't understand what it means. But running the program with him, I asked him, what did he do your own? He said, just put the children on stage. In fact, I'm going to ask them to play a recording from that. You see what I'm saying? When we're doing that, we run the video earlier, but we show it now before you show the bigger film. And we had children getting on stage and saying anything they want, performing, singing, doing music, and the rest of them. So do your own thing. That's what it means. And then we started the essay competition, where children were writing essay. We had the support of the Lagos State government. The children were writing essay. Sometimes when he gives the title, even we adults don't understand it. Say, what is that title? And he'll say, this is what it means. That the children, especially there was one about corruption. And we said, no, the children will not understand. He said, no, give it to them. Let them first of all go and think about it. We said, the parents will help them to write. I said, no, let them write, then we bring them together, and then they will write. And that is the same format that we seem to have accepted, adopted in the in this. So we're getting that into our system. So the children must have a voice. Okay, I have to leave this place because I have to do some other thing. But since you are insisting on sending all these questions, I will. I'm just looking for any question that will now be different from what I've been saying now. Let me just kill my voice for once, and then I will get back to you. Because I'm wrapping this up now, I have to step out so that you can see the video I promised you. I'm one of the participants. I just joined the meeting. I hope you've missed a lot, but I will be back to announce what I mean. But what I mean, what you missed, the only thing you missed is the fact that you should be ready by 2 o'clock. If you are shortlisted, you know by 4:10. But be ready in this house at 2 o'clock, okay? Because I have to leave, please. If you keep the question coming, then I can't leave. How do I know if I've answered that 1 million times? What time should we be able to see Wole Soyinka from 4:10? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. You're welcome. How would the mail be like? I don't know. But you get a mail that will inform you that you've been shortlisted, and that but you have the one that you have been invited as a participant. Go on our website, you see that. This is awesome, sir. No question, just appreciating it. Thank you very much. In fact, I clap for you. Thank you very much. I'm out of here. The video comes up now. But remember that at 1:25, we'll be playing, we'll be showing the film, What Yah Knows from the Caribbean. Thank you. See you again.
The Open Door Series project is an international cultural exchange program designed for the purpose of using the platforms of literature, arts, and culture to affirm and uphold the dignity of man, focusing on the youth as the future of humanity. The international cultural exchange seeks to foster unity among mankind, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, and religion. Our first edition premiered on the 76th birthday of Professor Wole Soyinka, fully sponsored by Zimiraj Multimedia in collaboration with Global New Haven. The international cultural exchange participants toured Nigeria, Barbados, and London, where Henry Folusha of Folag treated us royally and gave incredible support. The plays preempted by Nii Coker Jr. and Seven by Rachel Hastings, directed by co-executive producer Segun Ojewi, professor and head of directing at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. The essays for that year had senior and junior categories. The senior version had the theme of the year as its topic, with various prizes at stake, including an all-expenses-paid trip to London, which was won by Gbenga Adeniji, a journalist with Punch newspapers. The essay competitions were fun for all the participants. In 2011, the governments of Ogun and Ondo states joined Zimiraj Multimedia Limited and its partner Global New Haven in sponsoring the International Cultural Exchange. The tours this year took us to several states in Nigeria and London. I Love My Country was the theme for that year, and Dance of Liberation, an adaptation from Wole Soyinka's Kongi's Harvest, was the play that graced our stages. This year, the essay competition took a different form, as only secondary school students were allowed to compete. Aliyah Ibrahim from Zamani College, Kaduna, emerged victorious and smiled home with a scholarship worth 250,000 naira, a laptop computer, and a desktop computer for her school. 2012 was a breakthrough year for us, as we had our first platinum sponsor in the Ogun State government of Senator Ibikunle Amosun. Our dear Ondo State government, ably led by the Iroko, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, faithfully continued their friendship and support. The theme, The Mind of a Patriot, resonated in the play Home by Sam Art Williams, directed by co-executive producer Segun Ojewi, which we took on tour. Professor Robert Fox of Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, delivered the advocacy lecture with the title From Tigritude to Transcendence, the Conscience and Conscientiousness of Wole Soyinka. Sapruchi Ngbahurike of Graceland International Secondary School, Port Harcourt, won the WSSA trophy and, like Aliyah before her, carted away a scholarship, laptop, and a desktop. WS78 came to an end with the exciting two-day event in London with dance workshops, lectures, and performances. 2013 was the start of the countdown to the 80th year mark. While working on the grandiose dreams of the duo Teju Karim and Segun Ojewi to stage 80 plays across the globe for Kongi's 80th birthday, WS79 took place as usual in Lagos, where the students wrote the essay on the 13th of July under the watchful eyes of the judges, led by Dr. Azinat Mohammed. The Do Your Own Thing at Freedom Park, featuring over 600 students from about 20 schools based in Lagos, in addition to the 79 essay finalists who came from all over the country, also took place on the 13th. The theme for the year was Memoirs for the Future. From there, the convoy moved to the Ijegba Estate country home of Professor Soyinka, where the Nobel laureate waited as usual to receive the finalists. The winner presented the trophy to him, The students and officials availed themselves of the graciously offered photo opportunity, and finally the students got the most important gift of all, a question and answer session with the great man. For a priceless 2 hours, the youth threw all manner of questions and he graciously answered everyone. Nothing was out of bounds to his young guests. The action-filled day was far from over. From Ijegba Estate, the convoy moved to the Ogun State Cultural Center. They were joined by 1,000 Ogun State students colorfully clad in the state's traditional fabric, Adire, a gift from the project WS79 organizers. Thereafter, Ogun State First Lady, the beautiful Mrs. Olufunsho Amosun, accompanied by the State Commissioner for Health and son of the Nobel laureate Dr. Olaokun Soyinka, arrived. The First Lady mentored the youths. There were performances of poetry, spoken words and dances by the students. And then, the distinguished hosts took photos with the very excited students. 15th of July, the group in convoy again set off for Osun State. On arrival, we were directed straight to the Center for Black Heritage, where we were received by the Deputy Governor, Otumba Mrs. Grace Laoye Tomori, and the First Lady, Mrs. Sherifat Aregbeshola. After an exciting time in Osun, the Nigerian leg of Project WS79 came to an end, with the 79 essay finalists departing for their homes. The tour train continued to London, where Professor Wole Soyinka, Mrs. Foluke Soyinka, and Mrs. Olufunsho Amosun joined several other dignitaries at the public presentation of Memoirs for the Future, a compilation of essays from the WS essay competition over the years. That done, there was a youth summit, after which the venerable Nobel laureate took the hot seat and answered questions from adults and youngsters. In 2014, WSICE celebrated our 5th anniversary and the Nobel laureate's 80th birthday. All events of this edition held in Lagos and Abeokuta with the theme, Education, Path to Freedom and the Future. It also featured outstanding theatre performances like Wole Soyinka's A Dance of the Forest, directed by Tunde Awosomi and staged in the Ijegba Forest Amphitheatre.
The Southern king would come to fight over the account of the woman. The idea was wrong.
We also had 80 spoken word artists from Nigeria, the United States of America, and Trinidad and Tobago, including Javon Johnson, Mutabaruka, Ife Paul Azino, and many more.
I've been visiting my country for so long. The Fourth Republic gave us a made-up version of her, but she was promiscuous and so wrong. Worst of all, she could see, distinguishing between foes and friends of the government walking through the hands of the EFCC. Which reminds me, Nuhu Ribadu was acclaimed her champion, that dispensation's faithful man, until Wiki leaked and we heard him sing like a canary, humming a different tune before the Americans. Justice after Mr. Sister. On the day Barack Obama is elected president, white people will riot and loot. They will steal high-priced goods from fancy boutiques while black folks sit at home watching it all in the news, saying things like, those people are always so violent. On the day Barack Obama is elected president, the White House will be painted black. Windows tinted to appear black.
This poem is watching you trying to make sense from this poem. This poem is messing up your brains, making you want to stop listening to this poem. But you shall not stop listening to this poem. You need to know what will be said next in this poem. This poem shall disappoint you because this poem is to be continued in your mind.
The art exhibitions showcased artworks on Soyinka from many diverse artists, and 80 Nigerian students competing in an essay on the theme. According to the executive producer, Teju Karim, at WSICE, we are blind to race, color, language barriers, religion, and class. This is what we teach all the children that pass through our process. Ultimately, being able to tolerate each other's differences is the key to a better human existence. This very apt quote has played out several times in the last decade, proving beyond any doubt that together we are always stronger. Senator Ibikule Amosun, FCA, is the biggest and most consistent individual donor to the project in its 10 years of existence. As governor of Ogun State, his administration also became our first platinum sponsor. Mr. Jaman Anikulapo, project consultant and head of media and communication, has worked tirelessly year after year from inception of WSICE to ensure visibility for the project. His editorial skill has also come in handy in our various publications. Another major milestone was the first ever live painting of the Nobel laureate. Conceived and organized by Olu Ajayi Art Gallery, the session had Professor Soyinka posing for several artists, painting simultaneously. This culminated in a 10-day exhibition at WS80 in 2014, curated by Mr. Olu Ajayi. While many states have supported the project over the years, the federal government of Nigeria showed support early on when the then
Unmute me. We're back. Now we are in partnership with the Chinese Cultural Institute, as I've mentioned, in San Diego. Now we want to take a trip to China to see what they have in stock for us, because today is a day of mixing the two sides. We have a center in San Diego too that will be joining from 2 o'clock. So we're bringing you material from all the zones that we are. So now what we call the Oriental Radio, you'll be seeing that now. Thank you.
珠算，算圣刘洪发明，是传承1800多年的中华智慧，东方文明古国的象征之意。古书有云：“珠算，控带40，经纬3才。”算盘曾深刻影响了时代，就如同计算机在影响着当今社会。算能通禅，即近乎道。珠算文化源远流长，珠算的魂魄与精神，经过千年锤炼，也将焕发新的光芒。2013年12月，珠算被联合国教科文组织列入世界非物质文化遗产名录。史料记载，珠算曾对中国乃至世界一些地区，在科技、语言、文学、美术、建筑等诸多领域影响深远。尤其是在数学研究、算术实践以及开化民智方面起到至关重要的作用。大量史料研究表明，东方人在数学基础认知的计算基本功方面的领先，很大程度都是由于早期珠算的普及。这一把小算盘，在数学算法及数理思想以及教育心理学和人类智力开发领域有着巨大价值和突出贡献。未来将有越来越多的人通过算盘认识中国，认识中国人和中国文化。珠 算文化蕴含大智若愚，以计达道，为人忠厚，做事练达。某种角度来说，算盘的性格影响了中国人的性格。千年不朽的中国珠算。珠算，算圣刘洪发明，是传承1800多年的中华智慧，东方文明古国的象征之一。古书有云：珠算，控带40，经纬3才。算盘曾深刻影响了时代，就如同计算机在影响着当今社会。算能通禅，即近乎道。珠算文化源远流长，珠算的魂魄与精神，经过千年锤炼，已经焕发新的光芒。2013年12月，珠算被联合国教科文组织列入世界非物质文化遗产名录。史料记载，珠算曾对中国乃至世界一些地区，在科技、语言、文学、美术、建筑等诸多领域影响深远，尤其是在数学研究、算术实践以及开化民智方面起到至关重要的作用。大量史料研究表明，东方人在数学基础认知的计算基本功方面的领先，大程度都是由于早期珠算的普及。这一把小算盘，在数学算法及数理思想以及教育心理学和人类智力开发领域有着巨大价值和突出贡献。神墨珠算博物馆初建于2009年，2016年第2次扩建完成，是集研究、展示于一体的综合性博物馆。目前，馆内共收录珍贵珠算资料文献600余部，各式古今中外算具及工艺品1000余件，形状各异，质地多样。神墨珠算博物馆的建立，皆在传承中国传统文化的同时，进一步收集和研究中国珠算，并将其发扬于当今教育领域。 神墨全球100家珠算博物馆计划已全面启动，未来将有越来越多的人通过算盘认识中国，认识中国人和中国文化。珠算文化蕴含大智若愚，以技达道，为人忠厚，做事练达。某种角度来说，算盘的性格影响了中国人的性格。
Hello. Now we've been to China. We've been in Lagos. Now we've been to Beijing, which is our Beijing center, taking care of the whole of Asia. Now I want to go to our UK, our London center. London center, are you ready? London center, are you ready?
Ready.
You're ready? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, now we go to our London center. Thank you very much. We want to be screening a story yard nose from the Caribbean. Thank you.
Right now, man, up on the prowling side. You must find a girl to carry over. I went not John Hill. Trust me. Tonight I dip on the hunting. All over town I am searching. Somehow I must take home something. Good Lord, tonight I must pick up.
Carnival at the moment means to me a lot of hard work preparation wise, and on the actual day it's like freedom. Just you can do anything you want. You could walk in the street in a thong, you could walk in the street with your hair out, you could do anything you want. That's what Carnival means to me, just a big celebration. Don't know what I'm gonna get there, I'll just get dressed. It gives you a sense of belonging and you know where you are. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, it gives you a sense of community. There's lots of different things. It's the one time that you can get to be free, don't have to worry about anything. It's a really nice environment. They will know where they come from. If they're from the immediate community, a lot of people will know where they come from, and because we deal in history mainly here, it's like a kind of thing of, you know your background. You don't just know like what maybe the schools will show you. You might know a bit more about black history.
I think we should just get rid of
face the same way.
And skip round. Oh, you don't understand. What? 5, 6, 7, 8. Skip round. 1, 2, 3.
You have a sort of family atmosphere here. Since I've joined them, you know, you get to know the people. Day in there, we get invited to their homes. Everybody mix, even though it's not carnival. If the christening come up, a wedding might come up in between. So, you know, it's a family atmosphere that we've built over the years. So it would not be that head tie that she have on. But
this is a prototype, more or less.
No, anybody ever tell you that carnival works with spirits?
It's a spiritual thing.
It's a spiritual thing. It's legendary.
Who's this character represent?
Mary Prince. She was a slave, yeah.
Okay.
She was bought. She wasn't born here. She was bought here from Africa.
Yeah. So Mary Prince is also, if I remember rightly from the research, one who was one of the original freedom fighters, abolitionists.
She ended up reading, writing a book because, you know, they frowned upon slaves getting educated. So, but she ended up writing a book about her. And she had horrible masters, good masters, you know. So she ended up writing a book about her life. And I think it was a very sad thing for me. When you get into this thing, you could almost feel this thing. We have the first year, 2002 or 2001, we had one guy named Joshua. And he still have that name. Because it was like, okay, they did all this thing and they painted his face and everything and they lean it up in a corner. And every time you pass, you turn and you look. And it is almost as if a person is standing there. So it become, you know, it's Joshua. It's somebody, it's one of us. And we dressed him up and he go on the road and hey, check Joshua.
Keep taking the pills, darling.
Who are these meant to represent, these two bodies here, characters here?
This one's Ignatius Sancho. He used to own a grocery shop in Westminster. He's the first black person to own a grocery shop.
So he was educated then?
Yeah, he was educated and he was the first black person who could vote as well. Cool. But he used to know a lot of famous actors.
Yeah.
And they used to come to his shop and like just gather around and write poetry, letters, plays and all that. And plus he was a heavy gambler as well.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's giving the kids some education of knowing what we're doing. Like Yah always comes original.
Yeah.
With Yah, it ain't just about jumping up in a costume. There's actually substance behind the thing, research, and people go in at all angles, digging up, researching things. And that's the best thing about Yah I like, because you're actually going for knowledge and wisdom. And the whole group develops the knowledge and wisdom, and we all talk at the end like one tongue.
Heavy rhythm.
Okay, and the story we know is based on the presence of black people in London from 1400 onwards. To start with, the first kind of design we have are called noble pets. And noble pets are based on the fact that, people used to actually take small black children, slave children, and kind of treat them like pets. This one, for example, has a cat mask. Some of them have dog masks. And we've done African print. We've designed our own material in order to kind of keep the Africanness in the mask. This costume is the Harlequin costume, and it actually represents the way that black people have been used as entertainers over the years. And actually the black and white colors actually came from a young boy who had vitiligo, and he was used as an exhibit and a circus act. So his skin was actually patchy with black and white skin, like the disease Michael Jackson has apparently. And so because they used him as an entertainer, they used him as an exhibit, a kind of touring exhibit, there is a story going around that is how the Harlequin costume came to be black and white, like that. So that's why we used it. This costume is called Moors of the Night, and it represents the working girl who lived and worked around about the Covent Garden area from about the 1400s. We've given it a big butt because the bigger the bottom, the more sought after they were. Again, you can see the African design in the material, but of course we made the dress in the style of the day. Right. Blackbirds of St. Giles. This is to portray the kind of the poor people, the beggars that used to live around the St. Giles area. We wanted to show that although the people were poor, which was like the cape, kind of the unseen people, the hood, the cape, the mask, the whole thing. They were the unseen people, but underneath, they still had their roots.
I like it here. It's quiet, no trouble. We don't call the laws too often. We don't have no crackhead here. We don't have no weed dealer here. We get rid of all that. So we try to keep it for the community in the area, the people in the area who live in the area. We're trying to keep it going for them. Why do you think the art's important for the area? It's important for the kids, really. The kids and them have got nowhere to go, have they? That's where they on the street causing trouble. I mean, when I was young, we had a lot of places to go. We had so much youth club. I never used to get myself involved. The way the kids and them behave now, they carry knives, they carry guns. We didn't have that in my time. So therefore, they need to make more community center for the kids out there. Otherwise, they'll be on the street and they will make trouble.
There's a space for kids to come and be creative, be themselves, and be shown a road where there's a different part in life other than the negative elements that you can get carried away and led astray by. Yeah.
I got dragged into it. Well, I didn't get dragged into it, but I come down there and I was sitting around doing nothing, and the guy named Nizam come and said, "What you sit down there for? You got do something and give me something to do." And then I just fell in love with it. I never used to go carnival, never, ever, ever. And that's the first time I went, and it just got into my blood, and that's it. Just love it.
The
splash event this weekend is like, it's to basically choose the best king and queen, female and male individual. And basically it's like a big fashion show, and what it is each band brings out their 4 individuals, which is the king, the queen, the female individual and the male individual. And basically those are the big costumes, and then you bring out your sections. It's basically like showing what you're, like a pre of carnival, like on a smaller scale.
Palace for the splash and with the Yara Santa War, and I'm feeling really excited right now.
Yesterday they couldn't find the CD.
Right. Well, the one that was with the profanity, according to Taliba, based on another colleague of ours saying, oh my God, it's what they call Vibes Cartel. They don't sing nothing clean. Taliba said, oh my God, take it off, want it out. The kids must learn to dance to the other one.
And Hear My Cry, I'll be frank with you, Hear My Cry is actually a better song that to lead into the African dance than Ding Ding Ding.
The crazy folk in the meetings, I had to proper argue with the crazy folk. I had to proper argue for it.
All right. So I noticed, and people out there might actually know that song. And when they see small children dancing to a song with swear words, and frankly speaking, I do not want to be associated with any children who don't mind dancing to a song with swear words. I don't want to be with children who want to dance to swear words, okay? You're all better than that, aren't you? Damani, Crystal, Jasmine.
Come in to entertain you, come in to mash up the stage, come in to show the place. Put your hands together, the Yara Santa Carnival Out.
Negro, as she was called. She is the Black Beauty that Shakespeare writes about in one of his sonnets. And she was known as the Abbess of Clerkenwell, which means that she was the Madame of the brothel, basically.
Tonight I dip on the hunting. All over town I am searching. Somehow I must take home something. Good Lord, tonight I must pick a pumpkin. I look in some nookies tonight. I want me some nookies tonight.
Hear my cry, I tell not to my prayer. From the end of the earth, yeah, I cry out to thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I, that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy.
Queen Charlotte is a descendant of the black branch of some Portuguese families. So essentially, she was black. She was married to George III, King George III. Her sons were George IV and William IV, and she's the grandmother of Queen Victoria. Even the painters of the day were told they had to paint her so that she didn't look black. You know, they had to kind of Europeanize her features or whatever. But there were some radical painters who was like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to do it. And that's how we know, really, because otherwise, you know, if everybody had followed the rules, we wouldn't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Charlotte.
The way you walk, when you talk, when you smile, when you looked at me, girl, for a while, started blush like a child, but I ain't playing no game now. I will do anything for your love. Just say the word now. You're my day, you're my night, you're my sun, you're my rain, you're my world now. I've got to have you, got to hold you, I've got to squeeze you. I'm longing for your love, girl. I've got to have you, got to hold you, I gotta win your heart. You set my soul on fire. 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 Fire, fire, ooh, fire, fire, yeah. Fire, Lauren, you better wake up. I need a jet plane to take me non-stop. I can't stay in New York City when there's sunshine and pan in my country. Lions is the place with the jamming, with Calian and Charlie's roots clashing. Everyone happy partying, and I'm freezing in Brooklyn. Darling, Lauren, don't cry, I'm leaving. I can't miss this jamming with all that steel band beating. I know my background shaking. If the buck bite your baby, then you could come and join me inside Caterie's steel band jamming.
Can I go? Huh? I can. Good afternoon, the world. Good afternoon, Nigeria. Good afternoon, Asia. Good afternoon, Europe. Good afternoon, Africa. Good afternoon, South America. Good afternoon, North America. Good afternoon, anywhere you are in the world. It is good afternoon. You're welcome to day 4 of the Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange. We started 3 days ago on Sunday, and we've been through the world. Today is the climax, because today we want to reward our children, our young people who participated in the essay competition. Over 2,000 essays were received from around the world, actually from 28 countries in 5 linguistic zones. All of them put in their essay, and the essays have gone through adjudication process, 5 stages. I don't want to go over that now, because at 4 o'clock, when the formal presentation of the prizes will start, you will be able to see, you'll be able to get fuller information about how many of them, where the various entries came from. And the judges and the adjudicators will be here to explain about the process that it took to adjudge over 2,000 essays in the junior and the senior categories. And we'll be able to see the winners. We'll be able to see the winner in the zonal and the global winner in the junior category, which is age 12 to 16, and the zonal and the global winners in the senior category, which is 17 to 22. Now, 2 prizes will go to each of the categories. There will be the winner, the zonal winner, there will be the runner-up, then there will be the global winner, the runner-up. That's for junior. For senior, there will be the zonal winner and the runner-up, and the global winner and the runner-up. All this will happen from about 4 o'clock. As I mentioned earlier on, I've been sending messages in the chat room. If you go there, you'll be able to see what I've put in there, that all the participants in the essay competition should be in the room latest by 3 o'clock. Because by 4:10, you'll be announcing, I'll be reading out the shortlisted of 86. 86 people, participants have been shortlisted, because it is from there that we'll pick the winner that I just mentioned, and the various prizes will be awarded to them. At the risk of repeating myself, if you go back to the website, you'll be able to see the process it took for the essay. The theme was I am because you are, which is based on the Ubuntu philosophy, social and cultural philosophy originated from Southern Africa, but which are now become globally accepted, and we're all living by that. And our own theme, we took it from there, but we have two other themes that we addressed through our conferences. We had the symposium on Sunday, and we had a conference just yesterday, still unpacking this whole Ubuntu philosophy. And our various speakers from 9 countries in 5 linguistic zones of the world who participated in the 2 segments of the advocacy session on Sunday and yesterday. I've been able to dismantle it a bit, with some even disagreeing with it. But our children were brought into the play because we want them to develop the consciousness about Ubuntu. Because during the COVID pandemic rage, one thing that became so clear to us is that humanity is the first most important thing that we have to protect. How do we ensure that our humanity remains together, that we don't trample on the right of others, that we care for others? That was what we want their children to be able, our children and young people to be able to understand and to live by it. Well, this afternoon, the major program this afternoon will be the announcement, recognition of the shortlisted, and the awarding of the prizes. That will take place from 4:10. That's when that will take place. It is now 2:12. Before the 4 o'clock, we'll be taking some other programs. But if you know that you're a participant, that you took part in the essay writing competition, and you at least expect to be shortlisted and at most to win, please make sure that by 3 o'clock, you're already in the house, okay? So that you will be recognized. But then by 4:10,